Dr. Casper here with another supplemental video on helping us get started with the major tasks for COM 2803 multimedia storytelling. One of the things that's not required in the course but could benefit you greatly, whether you're a highly organized person, if so, you probably already know a little bit about what I'll talk about here. But if you're not highly organized, then one of the things you can do to help yourself as a student, as a professional, as a person, is develop some organizing strategies. One of the organizing strategies that can help you in this class could be to acquire a notebook that be exclusive to work in this course. And here, let's talk about why. Because when you get into project development, it's great to be able to have a source, have a place where you can jot out ideas, right? Chart some needs, make checklists or to-do lists, and also write down questions as they come to you. One of the hardest part about completing complex problems in the digital age, in any age, is we try to do ourselves the favor, but it really is a disservice of holding all the information up here. I got to remember to ask this question. Oh, I got to remember to solve that problem later. And what happens is we just keep shuffling mental things around. Then we start to lose some of them. We forget this, and this is, we don't solve this problem first, and then we get to things out of order as a result. Chart your progress. But we don't have a grade assigned necessarily for, hey, how are you putting your thoughts down as you work through solving issues, whether it's relating to your docuseries, it's really a video microblog, or maybe your beta podcast that you're testing out and producing for. You're going to need a space to go to keep track of thoughts and ideas, and it's just great practice. It's great habit. If you had some tools, some old-fashioned tools at your disposal, I mention and recommend something like this simply because it's affordable. It's an affordable thing you could do. And some people I think you can see back here, sticky notes. Sticky notes can be helpful, but they're just like that. They're notes that they kind of come and go. They fold up, they get crinkled, you throw them away. And, does it help mark progress the same way that perhaps a focused notebook could for you? You can find very expensive notebooks. That's unfortunate, but a reality. But there are many inexpensive notebooks that we recommend. So whether you're using notes for various tasks of life, this is the reason there's a cottage industry for calendars, for physical planners, and so on. People need organization, and organization helps us become better communicators. If we're working on multiple multimedia storytelling strategies, and you will be between the different assignments and tasks in the course, it's good to have a place where you can flow content in. Another reason, hey, if I wasn't recording on my smartphone right now, maybe you say to yourself, Professor Casper, listen, I'm a digital person. I'm a person of the information age. I like to get everything in one place. It's why I always have the most up-to-date smartphone tech. And you say, and I've got this notepad right in there, and I can text out all of my, whether it's my grocery to-do list or the other thing. That's great. That's a terrific tool. Guess what? I've got notepads full of notes as well. However, we all know, for being honest, the second you pick up the smartphone for one minor task, I don't know how you set up your notifications, but any number of distractions immediately present themselves. I think we subconsciously reorganize our cognitive approach to smart media by going to the things that fulfill our dopamine function. So all of a sudden you're on social media, or you're back to playing that phone game, or whatever it is. But those kinds of just digital distractions, right? Not always the healthy kind. I mean, they're pleasure centers, right? These are leisurely elements. This is why it's called social media, right? But that can be debilitating if we're on task, if we're trying to complete things. So sometimes that's why there is still room in the market for some of these old physical media forms, right? Print might be dead to the mass majority, but office supplies still provide a valuable function. And we want to be very functional and competent in this course. And so that's just a thought on how you may want to consider some kind of stable element of recording your thoughts, writing questions down, making progress, creating to-do lists, and so on. That's not going to distract you. If you type all that out and you have your own folder and file system in a computer that you're using for class, more power to you, and that can supplement that. That can be an excellent resource. However, I'm a man of two minds, and I really am in two worlds where sometimes I know I'm going to benefit from a faster pace on a laptop and so on, and then sometimes my thinking process benefits from putting things down, physical, pen to pad, that sort of thing. All right, so food for thought there, ways to organize for your workflow in COM 2803 multimedia storytelling.